Yeah, Richie Rich here. You deserve to be free. So today is, I think, the 27th of October 2021. And I'm in Vietnam, and I think it's Wednesday, and countdown is on. 3 weeks Friday. I fly out of here. And it takes it's a little nerve-wracking at times, because I got some things I need to do before I leave, and I'm going to a place where I don't know anyone. Actually, I don't know anyone going there. I think my friend from Vietnam, he's coming to Mexico maybe a month later. That's not confirmed yet. He keeps talking about it, so we'll see. But so it's talking about you deserve to be free. And as in my previous videos, I was talking a little bit of my history of how I came to here, and a little bit of backstory of me, myself. I kind of grew up, I'll give you a bit of basically I grew up on a farm in Ontario, Canada. And I was always a timid kid, always the, I don't know, how do you want to say it, never the popular kid, not near the popular kid. I'm actually near the bottom of anything, the guy that always gets picked last in the sports teams. Yeah, I was kind of that kid, so, and I guess sometimes that really affects your confidence at times. And for me, growing up, I was just, I always wanted to be free, but I always disliked school. I always disliked school. Every time I was in school, even at majority of the time, it's not like I didn't like the people. I just didn't like that structure. I did poorly at school, and every time I was at school, I just couldn't wait to get home. I was on the farm, and then that gives me my freedom to go do what I want, run around, do what kids normally do at that age, in that time frame when I was growing up. And of course, I wasn't in a town or city, so I wasn't exposed to a lot of friends outside of school. Well, I shouldn't say outside of school. Like, usually kids after school get together with their friends and they hang out. Well, me, I basically had to take the bus home, and away I go. So, and then when I was at home, you always had responsibilities as well, which was nothing wrong with that. But I was always kind of I want to be careful how I phrase this, but I was always, I didn't have the confidence at times. A lot of times I didn't have the confidence going through school, and I tried my best, obviously, but by and large, my life was okay growing up. I'm not complaining. It's just that everybody has their struggles when they're young and getting older. Everybody has their good and bad moments. Some have probably a lot worse struggles than I did. I'm probably nothing compared to what's out there now, between abuse and everything. So, but for me, I was very, I don't know the word for it, but I just never had the confidence, and I needed to be more courageous and everything else, and that's really happened more or less in the last, I would say, 10 years of my life. I was getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of all this crap, following the dominant society's ways of doing things. So I just basically said enough's enough, and of course there's always other issues I need to deal with, and whether it's family, friends, career, all that kind of stuff that goes with it. So, but I just basically, it comes down to caring, not caring, as get more specific. And you just cannot care about what people think. And that takes, especially when you're a kid like I was always trying to fit in, but never did fit in at times, or for most of the times. And so, I just never, and it just, Yeah, I was always a follower. Always a follower. And being, you deserve to be free takes, you need to stand up for yourself and be a leader of yourself. And that's kind of what's happened to me in the last, like I said, last 10 years. More or less maybe I'm a late bloomer, I don't know, in my 40s, I guess that's when it happened. So, but yeah, don't regret, I had a wife, I had kids, and not a wife anymore, but I had my kids, and of course, when you go through a change like this, coming over to Vietnam 5 years ago, it really affects people get affected, and I'm not here to please people. First and foremost, I need to please myself first. If I'm not happy, I'm not here to make people happy, and that comes down to I might have said this before, but whatever people think about you is none of your business. So I've really taken that approach, and it's like whatever people want to think, hey, go for it. I'm not here to please you and what you think I should do or be doing or anything else. Doesn't mean I won't take advice or listen to what you have to say, but at the end of the day, it comes down to my decision, and that comes down to being free to make your own decisions and not being told by other people what you need to do. And I get a kick out of this. People are saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's like, who gave you the authority to tell me what to do? And it can be politicians, it can be health professionals, it can be family, everything else. Who told you you have the right to boss me around? Oh, but then you got people saying, yeah, you got to do this because it was for the greater good and everything else. It's like, I'd like to know, where do you get your stats from? Where do you get your information from? Who made you the king or the queen of saying you need to do this? And even comes down to science. They say, well, science says this. Well, really? And who decided that science was right? Or medical science? Or political science? Who decided that was right? So I'm very not into people telling me what to do. That's where my freedom comes from, and that's where I have the channel called You Deserve to Be Free. It's you need to stand up for yourself, and it's enough's enough. And either you're in a situation where you need to change, and you know you need to change, whether it's your job, relationship, health, political, society, whatever. So that's the way I look at it, and I'm sure a lot of people people who are not on the same page as I am are going to have a lot of criticism of what I have to say. It's like, well, good for you. Do what you need to do. And like I said, I'm not here to please you. I'm hoping to maybe inspire you to think for yourself and to be your own leader of yourself, but not to be following anybody else. And unfortunately, everybody's following politicians, doctors, family members, friends. It's nothing wrong with taking advice, and if it feels good, yeah, okay, fine. But don't be doing it just because you're being, what's the word? Not coerced, but peer pressure. So anyway, and basically, you have to really have that intuitive feel that something's not right for you or for that situation, and you got to stand up for yourself and to be your own leader of yourself. Basically, what it is, be a leader of yourself, and then you will have nothing to worry about. But it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, but you got to start somewhere. So anyway, I have this book out. It's called Manifest What Loves You. And yeah, you can email me at courageousrich@gmail.com, courageousrich@gmail.com. If you have any comments or questions, email me at that email address. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye for now. You deserve to be free.